Hello everyone. Thank you so much for listening. This is a very important document I was able to record. This SCP lives around us, and it helps us out, like it's not some horrible, dangerous super mutant or something. Regardless, this is the recording from today's debriefing. SCP-073. Object Class, Euclid. Special containment procedures list that the SCP is to be kept in a 2-room cell furnished with all non-organic furniture and items, and a bathroom. Subject is allowed to freely wander the facility and eat in the main canteen. A tracking device has been attached to the SCP's person and is not to be removed. Subject is disallowed any contact with the surface and is not allowed outside the facility. The subject is allowed no contact with plant-based SCPs under any circumstances. Violence will not be used against the SCP under any circumstances. The SCP is currently being kept at Site-17. Description: SCP-073 appears to be a heavily tanned male of Arabic or Middle Eastern descent in his early 30s, 6 foot 1 inches tall and 165 pounds. With black hair and blue eyes, arms, legs, spinal cord, and shoulder blades of the subject appear to have been replaced with artificial versions of an unknown make and metal. Subject only takes notice of this when it's pointed out, and states that it has no knowledge of how, why, or when these replacements took place, stating it had had them as long as it could remember. There is a symbol engraved into the forehead of the subject, which appears to be of Sumerian origin. The symbol has yet have been untranslated, and the subject appears to be distressed when the symbol is mentioned at all, refusing to speak on it. The subject does not need to eat or drink on a regular basis, but it is strictly carnivorous, owing to its effect on plant-based items. SCP-073, who refers to itself as Cain, is generally polite and genial to all who speak to it, though it has been described as being cold and somewhat mechanical in its speech. It is very helpful and enjoys aiding personnel in their daily actions, whatever they may be. It has highly detailed knowledge of ancient to recent events in history, and most commonly spoken languages in the world, including ones that have been since died out. Subject has professed to having photographic memory, remembering word for word all text in an 800-page dictionary that was flicked through in a minute and a half. It has scored above average in all intelligence tests given to it. SCP-073's presence is inimical to any and all life grown in soil, causing death to any such life within a 20-meter radius. Any land the SCP has walked on, and any within the 20-meter radius, becomes barren, and all anaerobic bacteria dies, rendering the soil incapable of supporting life until new bacteria are introduced. Anything that is derived from soil-grown life, such as wood, paper, immediately rots and disintegrates upon the touch of the SCP. Further affected derivatives include anything hydroponically grown. Violence directed towards the SCP reflects any damage inflicted on the SCP directly back to the attacker, although the SCP visibly remains unharmed. This applies to any damage directed to the SCP. Attempts to get tissue and blood samples have proven futile. When the procedure was initiated, personnel carrying out the action felt the sensation on whatever was applied to the SCP, and wound up with a sample of their own blood or tissue, despite the fact that all actions were directly and solely at the SCP. Indirect damage through a medium also results in the person perpetrating the action receiving the wounds caused. Although the SCP receives no actual harm for the damage to its person, it is stated that it still feels the pain of the action, and has politely asked researchers to abstain from overly harmful actions to its person. Additional notes: SCP-073 was found in a New York police department in having been taken in after the subject had been found amidst the bodies of several violent gang members. The SCP told police that members of the gang had attempted to make sport of it, but he became angry and attempted to kill the SCP, resulting in their own demise. The SCP was incarcerated, but was deemed a John Doe. When NYPD couldn't find any information on it, the SCP came to the attention of the Foundation through a routine inspection of John Doe's, and was subsequently released into our custody. Addendum 073-1. Examination of the unidentified metal on the SCP has suggested that it is beryllium bronze, a metal that has been documented as being utilized by various anomalous cultures and entities. Most notably, beryllium bronze is a component found in SCP-1216, SCP-1427, SCP-2481, and SCP-2711. In light of this discovery, the Foundation began working in an attempt to trace the origin of beryllium bronze and how it initially spread throughout the world. When prompted, the SCP-073 was able to provide information that suggests that beryllium bronze originated in the Middle East, though the exact point of the origin has yet to be determined. Further research into the origin of beryllium bronze is currently ongoing. Addendum 073-2. In light of the SCP's indestructible nature, photographic memory, and general will to please, High Command have deemed it that all information is to be backed up on the SCP, ensuring that it is not lost in the event of a catastrophe. While this action has met with mixed responses, the SCP has agreed and sworn itself to secrecy on its part. Addendum 073-3. When information concerning the SCP-076 was brought to the attention of the SCP-073 for backing up, subject showed familiarity with the information, although was disinclined to adding it, despite the fact that it had stated already it knew about the SCP-076. When it stated it would be better for all parties involved that it not meet SCP-076. That is all we have for today on this document. You are all dismissed. Thank you.